Everybody, welcome back to our episode of FSi DFS Fantasy Baseball Picks. I'm host Mega31. We'll be covering the main 7-game slate. I know there's a couple smaller slates for Wednesday, but 7:05 main slate here. Weather concerns, no precipitation really, but we do have a little bit of wind. We got it blowing out in Yankee Stadium pretty significantly to 21 miles per hour, and same thing as this evening in Wrigley. We've got it blowing out towards right field at 14 miles per hour. So some good hitting conditions there. So Oakland and the Yankees, I think the game ended up 4-3 today. Oakland had a couple of home runs, and I think they were wind aided. Butler, who never hits a home run, just like golfed one and just like hit it off his shoelace, and it just like went over the wall by like a centimeter. And Langoliers really didn't crush his either. It ended up in the bullpen just over the wall. So I think a couple wind aided ones there. Yankees, Rizzo had a home run, and the rest are just a couple hits. So neither team's been like setting the world on fire offensively. I mean, the wind does help things. Boyle's been a Jekyll and Hyde pitcher, and you really don't have any value on the slate. So I think you have to consider Boyle potentially with how the Yankees haven't been hitting and how they have been. They're not top 10 in the strikeouts, but there are enough strikeouts in the lineup to kind of help a struggling pitcher. So um, Boyle, first start and fourth start were absolutely horrible, gave up 7 runs. The two in between only gave up 1 run and had like 5 strikeouts and 6 strikeouts, so 11 strikeouts between the two games. So I think he's an intriguing, cheaper option. Schmidt, I think, has been solid this season. Oakland's a great matchup here. And again, even though they did hook up home runs, Oakland is number one in strikeouts. So that's definitely a plus for the matchup. So I think Schmidt is definitely in play for cash in the mid range. Bet wise, I mean, maybe I might take. I was trying to see, here who I'd take, and probably maybe Toro, Lede, Brown, maybe Langoliers. Like he has had multiple home run games, but I think it's maybe just probably a 3-man stack. Probably going to play more Schmidt than I play Oakland bats. And New York Yankees side, like they're expensive up top. I tried like a mid range just to try to fill things in. Like second base is abysmal on this slate when I was trying to make the builds. Geloff, I'm not paying up for him at 46. Torres only $500 cheaper, but he's batting like below 200 and just has been terrible this season. So probably not playing a ton of Yankees either. Miami and Atlanta, conflicting reports. I'm recording this at like about 10 o'clock on Wednesday or Tuesday night for Wednesday. So I saw that they might call up Tyler or Sixto Sanchez might pitch. Either one is not an option here. Atlanta bats are definitely going to be aided by whoever it is. And Ronaldo Lopez, we thought he was pitching a couple days ago when they brought up Elder. He's got a couple more days rest, and everybody that broke down slates loved when they thought it was Lopez the night that Elder did. Nothing's changed here. It's still a great matchup, and I think he's going to be one of the most popular pitchers on the slate. So definitely in play here. That wise, Miami would only be leverage against Lopez, and the Braves are the Braves, probably my second favorite stack on slate. And I don't think Duvall had a home run tonight, but the rest of it was all, and it was pretty much the bottom of the lineup was just like, contact, like hits, small ball, things like that, just added up a bunch of like timely runs here to win the game against the Marlins. Toronto and Kansas City, Yariel Rodriguez has started off the season solid. Hasn't been able to get the win, but 2.35 ERA and has some strikeouts there. And Alec Marsh has not been horrible either. He's 3-0 with a 3.22 ERA. So he has given up some runs. See, on DraftKings, he's over 25 points and 26 points. He's kind of the reverse of the Oakland guy. His first and fourth games were masterpieces. His middle two were garbage. Whereas the Oakland guy, his first and fourth games were garbage, and his middle two were masterpieces. So, he's still in his games. He only gave up 3 and 4 earned runs. His strikeouts are down. He's got the White Sox and the Mets, though. That's kind of concerning. But they play Baltimore back to back, and usually like when you play a team twice in the season, you're not supposed to have that much success. So I think Marsh is definitely a mystery here. Toronto is fifth lowest in the league when it comes to strikeouts. So I don't think there's a ton of K upside, but there's not really many cheap pitchers. So in a GPP, I think I'm fine with him. And Rodriguez the same. Bat wise, like I landed on Toronto in cash just because I couldn't find anybody to kind of fill in the range of positions that were left open with the other stack I was using. So um, and Biggio at second base was probably the best second baseman. So I figured, oh, I might not even stack for my off the primary stack. I might just go a bunch of one-offs. We'll have to see how that turns out, but we'll get that when we get to builds later on in the video today. So both these teams, I think, are GPP teams. I respect both pitchers, and yeah, there's a 9 total for runs, so it looks like they are expecting to put up some runs in Toronto's favorite. But again, I think there's much better hitting situations and uh, teams that are against worse pitchers. White Sox and Twins got another good pitching matchup here with Crochet and Joe Ryan. Like both pitchers have had solid starts this season, and you've got teams that love the strikeout here. Minnesota is fourth currently at 26.5%, and Chicago has a minor league team with a 24.3%, and really no popper or anything, even though they did beat the Twins, or they're ahead of the Twins at least tonight, and Pablo Lopez. But I think Ryan should have an easy time with him if you want to pay up that much for him. And Crochet, I think, is definitely in the mid range. Someone that can get some strikeouts and hopefully shut down the Twins. So that wise, I think that I'm not touching the White Sox. And I think that the Twins make some other cheap fill-ins that you can use in your lines. So out to Wrigley again, Arrighetti, he's got an 11 ERA. He has just been absolutely lit up. Um, so not I don't want to play him against the Cubs with wind blowing out. The Cubs have been hitting pretty hot. Uh Hylian on the other side for the Cubs, not really interested in him. There's no K upside with him against Houston, even though he's 1-0 with a decent ERA. I still think I want to fade him, maybe in GPPs, but you know, Houston hasn't been the same Houston. But I think that with the win and everything, they'll start to put up some runs. So Houston, like I think lefties are definitely in play here. Tuvis cooled off a little bit. Bregman has been cold, but I mean, and Abreu, but like McCormick, I'm fine with. Pena, I'm fine with. Myers, I think hit a home run tonight. Was really cheap. So definitely different ways you can stack Houston. And then the Cubs, I think, are my favorite stack on the slate again against Cap just missed a home run a couple of times and hit doubles. Swanson's okay. Bellinger, he absolutely crushed the ball, but he had a couple issues fielding, and I think he might have pulled a muscle in his side. He got pulled out of the game. We're in the seventh inning, so we'll have to see if he's okay. Hopefully, it was just a precautionary thing. Put some ice on it. He'll be back in the game tomorrow. Morel's okay. Bush, like, wow. France had a terrible game, but he owned Bush. I think he struck him out like 3 times. Bush looked bad against him. Had a nice defensive play in the field. So I think he'll be in the lineup, and hopefully it's a new day and maybe he'll turn back on fire again and get some hits. And Talkman had a home run. So there's definitely a ton of options on Chicago for you for bats. Seattle and Texas, Bryce Miller and John Gray. Miller's been solid also. Like Texas has been good. I mean, they're starting to get healthier here. You got Lowe back in the lineup. It's just a matter of time before Jung comes back also, and they're back to full strength. This lineup will just get longer. The bottom is still a little bit questionable. Um, they did lose Garver, and it's got a revenge game against them here. But I think there's definitely um, some upside in Texas. So Miller, I think, is a very good pitcher. in a tough matchup. So out of the three top ones, I'd say go Ryan, Lopez, and then Miller. Lopez is probably my favorite, like point per dollar one up there. So I'll play a little bit of Miller, but I'll probably be relying more if I can get to Ryan if I can, but I'll probably be hammering Lopez in that range. Gray, in the medium range, like Seattle has not been good, but they started to come alive. Uh, hit Riley had a homer, Haniger hit a homer. I stack them with I couldn't play Cleveland and I talked about having my everyday stack. So I went Angels in Seattle and that's working out really well. I got the home run from Trout. Um and DK, I have King who's pitching decent, and I have Severino's going against San Francisco. The game just started. So if those two are solid and I keep on doing well, like Arizona put up a touchdown. So I mean it's going to be hard to touch that. I also have Arizona and Baltimore GPP. So if Baltimore starts to get some hits, that could make that lineup pretty interesting. But anyways, for tomorrow, Seattle, I think is just the bats are cheap. Besides Rodriguez, like everybody's like in 3 or 4K, so I think you can definitely play them. And Blanco is a second baseman that could fit in at 43. I'd like a little bit lower. That's why I think I really like Biggio in that spot, but definitely somebody that I consider. And then Texas bats, like I would just stack them or fade them. Again, it's a tough matchup against Miller here, but it has Seattle bullpen is like the third best too. So I mean, they don't get a break after the starter. So probably not going to be playing a ton of Texas. I like them as a GPP, but like I said, tough matchup. So final game, Coors Field, San Diego and Colorado. You have Matt Waldron. Matt Waldron is a knuckleball pitcher. They said that there hasn't been a knuckleball pitcher to start a course since I think it was 1998 was the statistic. But like Tim Wakefield and a couple other like position players, I think there's like 5 or 6 people since 1998 have thrown knuckleballs as pitchers in Coors Field. And their collective ERA was like 10.47 with like a dozen home runs and 32 at bats or something like that. So I think this is going to be a great spot to pick Colorado. Ty Blotch, not interested against San Diego. Again, they just have such a strong lineup and the potential just to put up a lot of runs. They already have 4, I think, tonight in the early innings. So with a lefty there, like Bogart, Tatis, uh, Profar, Kim, Campusano's a great catcher. Rosario's been decent. Any righty, I think, is fine. You know, Cronenworth, if he fits in your stack and is cheap enough, then I'm fine with that. But I wouldn't make him priority. But then the Rockies here, Blackman, Tovar, McMahon, Diaz, like the top 4, even like maybe Nolan Jones. I want to take a shot on these guys, especially in GPP, because if that knuckleball thing is true, then they could put up a lot of runs here. So we'll have to see what goes on with that. So um, let's look at the breakdown of how I built some lines. It'll get you on the way for a day. So I'm taking Schmidt and Crochet as my pitchers here too. You can do Lopez and Y-Rod. They both worked out, but give me the Cubs here. So give me Bush, give me Morel, give me Bellinger if he's in there. And then I'll decide if I want Swanson or if I want to take the catcher, if I want to take App or whoever else to fill in here. But like I said, the Blue Jays, Biggio and Varsho are where I'm going. If you want like Seattle fit in here also. If Bellinger's out, I mean that it might open up some salary if there's a cheaper like if Talkman's like leading off or something or up there higher with a lefty bat with power, then and also the Cubs did call up their first baseman. I don't think he was in the player pool this. Um and I didn't see him in the projected ones tomorrow. So we'll have to see how the line comes out. And, you know, maybe there'll be a couple value plays in that Cubs lineup that'll make it nice to be able to get some a better secondary stack or one-off pieces in there. But I mean, you can always punt catcher because I don't think I want the Cubs catcher in my stack. So I mean, even if I throw in Maldonado from the White Sox at like usually minimum price there, then if I get the other two pieces work even in cash, I'm fine with that. So that's what I'm doing for cash. And again, like I said, you can get up to Lopez and Wyrod if you don't want Schmidt and Crockett. I might be able to get up to Lopez also if Bellinger's not in the lineup if he is injured tomorrow. So GPP, I'm going with Ryan. I'm probably going to play Marshall Boyle as my SP2 there, unless some value opens up, and then give me my Colorado stack here. McMahon, Tovar, Blackman is where I want to go. Diaz, if I can get there, or I'll take Jeffers. Farmar and Margot, again, they're against the lefty and Croquet, who should be pretty popular. So give me some of the Minnesota righties there to go against them as a leverage stack with the Colorado stack. Give me Ryan and get me a decent cheap pitcher for an SP2, and I'll be happy if they put up the runs that I think they're going to. So I got for you. If you have any question, you can put them in the chat below. Hit me up at MegaRuler31 on Twitter/X. If you want more information on FSi DFS, you can go to the description of the video, and there that can take you to our website where you can see what our pricing points are. So I think we got a Champions League slate tomorrow. Potentially, we got baseball, we've got NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. PJ is going to be starting up too. So usually those scores come out the night. I know it's a match play or something weird like that. So, but anyways, it's like $6 a day for like to get all the sports. So it's not a bad price at all. And if these videos help you, continue to help us back. Keep on seeing like I think we're at 4,850 now, so 150 away from 5,000 where we want to get hopefully by the end of the season. So if you haven't subscribed yet, just it only takes a second. It doesn't cost you any money. If you can just do that for us, it goes a long way. And continue to share the videos, like them, and share with friends. So thanks for watching. I forget who has a video tomorrow, either McKinley or I do. But we'll be back and we'll see whatever slate Thursday had. It was pretty weak last week, so we didn't do a video. But hopefully, there's enough this week to do it. But if not, we'll be around Friday, and I think McKinley are going to commit to doing a Saturday video. We might even have both of them might do a video, and like one might cover the early slate, and one might cover the main slate. So stay tuned to the channel. It's no reason to subscribe. You know when our videos are coming out. So thanks for watching. Good luck in your contests. Hope you have an amazing day tomorrow. And if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. So see you next time.